pages hear the sound of time, stories weaving words that climb, whispered tales in a cozy nook. Welcome to the magic of every book. Bookshelf Babble, take the stage, turn the chapter, fill the page. Laughter, wisdom, stories to spare, a podcast world where books are everywhere. From paperbacks to leather spines, mysteries, thrillers, and classic lines. Stories crackle, voices ring, dive on in, it's a podcast thing. Adventures waiting just one word away, from Austen's romance to Hemingway. Gather round, it's the bookish delight, unfold the tales under podcast light. Bookshelf Babble, take the stage, turn the chapter, fill the page. Laughter, wisdom, stories to spare, a podcast world where books are everywhere. So pull a chair and bring your ear, Bookshelf Babble is right here.
Okay, I'm ready. And hello and you're welcome everyone in Bookshelf Babble live session. Here we talk about books and all related topics. Sometimes we talk, it's very like different and far from book topics. It's dependent on us, our how goes our talk. Yeah, and this live session I use HelloTalk application. If you're not familiar, this platform, it's a platform where people around the world learn languages, and it's very simple to find some people to talk, and it's very simple to start conversation with people around the world. Yeah, I very like it. Okay, let's go to HelloTalk application, and here we go. We here, okay, and we just wait when someone joined us for today, and some people joined before, but I have some technical problems. I should be just start this session. Yeah, and maybe we wait when someone join. Also, if you watch this session on any platform on Twitch or on YouTube, you can write on the comments. I will read and answer on it in chat here. Yeah, don't hesitate and write any comments, questions, and first it will be interesting to know what book are you reading in current moment. Yeah, it will be nice to know your reading status. If you talk about me, in current moment I still reading or slowly going the Earthsea book. To be honest, I didn't have a lot of progress last 2-3 weeks because I have a lot of another activities. Yeah, and sometimes I just like to go to bed without reading. Yeah, in this case I just almost stay in the same page as before. Yeah, but I keep on the mind this book, and yeah, I'm planning back to it when I have more free time. What I do in this time, I just have some kind of training session, football training session for my older son, like a football session for younger son, training in chess for younger son, and all another activities. And one additional hobby what I interesting last several weeks, I do some kind of some video content. It's like to record the football matches for team for my older son YouTube channel, and yeah, it's some very interesting. I just this topic is very interesting because you can think about different aspect of recording Okay, we have the question about like what topic, and main topic, what book are you reading? Yeah, here we talk about books, but if you have another topics, you can bring on the table and we can talk about it. Yeah, but main topic is a book, and it will be interesting to know what are you reading, maybe last book what you read, or some opinion related to books. If you want to talk, just raise your hand. I will add you to conversation here. And one additional moment I just mentioned, I'm streaming this session on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to watch like a video version of this session, just go by the link what I sent, and yeah, it's like two video versions the same, but here you can very simple join to conversation, just raise your hand. Yep. Okay, I just like to complete this thought about like to my one additional not hobby interest in last month. Yeah, I recorded the football matches and also record the technical presentation from developer meetups. And the moment what interesting, it's not just like to record itself, but how make like to good quality recording. It's the simplest way to do this. You can just like to buy like more good camera and some additional light stuff for this. In other words, it's one of the solution for this problem is just like to in equipment, and it's solved by money. But in the same time, you can did a lot and make the very good like to progress by just using some I don't know, ordinary devices like the mobile phone what you use every day, and some simple tripod where you mount this phone. And yeah, and in current moment I just try to make like to maximum best quality video in the equipment what I have. And yeah, it's so very interesting. I see I see this progress in quality of my video, just like from game to game. In some moment I understand how it's increase the quality of video, or how make the picture is more smooth when I zoom in and zoom out. It's in this moment is drive me, because when you see the progress, you can feel like comfortable, and you can has motivation to do this for next time. Because to be honest, it's not so very easy, and it's very time consuming process. Like to record some kind of event is I think is the simplest part. You just like to set up the stuff, some cameras in different points and record it. But some more consuming part, it's just like to download videos, like to how it's called. I explain. It's just find the interesting moments, compile this in one final video. Yeah, and this process it's very time consuming. Okay, yeah, it's just some words about like my my current interest. Yeah, and I recognize one scene. It's some very common thing. I many times thought about this in context of Atomic Habits book, what I very like it. If you really want to improve some, I don't know, some your skills, you should do some kind of exercises and practices every day, and just do some small amount, like 15-20 minutes. But when you do this every day, you like to have, like, I don't know how to explain, continuous progress, and like all your exercise like to combine together and drive your skills forward. And in this case, it's not walk like to 1 or 2 exercise or training per week. Yeah, it should be focused on some like to daily activity. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure, it's maybe some problems with Hello Talk again. Maybe not. Okay, we just wait when someone join to us to talk. Okay, I can just like to add some comments for my reading status. Also looking at some kind of novel in fantasy what I read, what I'm reading when I have free time, but I don't have free time. Now I have like more free time to read during the like my morning, I don't know, morning routine when I prepare breakfast and coffee. And yeah, I like to read Stephen Hawking's The Brief History of Time. It's some non-fiction book about like a very interesting topic. What is mean time? What is the origin? What is the relationship with like the real world? And what is mean like the relationship between space and time? Yeah, it's a very interesting book and topic. And yeah, I just read some 1-2 pages during the morning time when I have like 5-10 minutes my free time when my children sleep. Yeah, it's one additional book what I'm reading in parallel. Yeah, it's a very interesting book. I very like it. It's some first book of this author. Okay. just still waiting. I think it's not so very good to just like to sit in silence when I streaming. I should be tell some words. Yeah, I just like to mention. Okay, in Saturday, as a regular, I go to my favorite secondhand and bought three books. And secondhand, I just like to show how these books look like. I think this book it will be from one person who give these books for secondhand, because it's very similar topic and non-fiction, like a popular science book about biology and universe. I just like to show and tell some word about each books. I did this before in previous stream, because and also I was alone. I just like to repeat what is mean this what name of this book and my opinion about it. The first book it's Transducing the Genome: Information, Anarchy and Revolution in the Biomedical Science. Gary Zweig, if you correctly read the name of the author. It's like the cover of the book. It's very intriguing and interesting, but this book it's look very scientific, contain a lot of terms and almost don't contain any diagrams. In other words, it's just text, and I'm not sure it will be interesting for like a regular reader. Yeah, it's one of the big concerns about this book. It's just text, and you should be very, motivated reader to read this book. It's very small amount of diagrams. I think it's a problem. If you do like a good scientific book, it should be a lot of like to diagram, good pictures and good quality pictures, and like to pictures with I don't know how to explain, deep meaning, or like to contain a lot of information, because people it's like to read by visual pictures. Yeah, not just by text. Okay, it's one of the book. The second, it's about physics in universe. Here comes the sun. How it's feed us, kill us, heal us, and make us what we are. And Steve Jones. It's book about like to some closest star to our planet. Yeah, it's also contain just text, but most focused on the sun, and they don't. This topic is not so very complicated. Yeah, it's complicated, but it's more more understandable for us, because sun. Every people sees the sun, and every people know about it. Yeah, it's more more simple to understand the topic what author describe. And also inside of the book present some like to color pages related to topics, but images it's not so very specific, just some kind of basic images show some kind of aspect related to sun. Yeah, I think it should be interesting, at least more interesting than previous book. Okay, I have one additional book that I want to share, but I see some people join here. If you want to talk, just raise your hand. I will add you here to conversation. Don't hesitate, don't shy, just raise your hand. Here we talk about books, and it will be nice if you share what book are you reading. Okay, and I have one additional book. I think it's more interesting from these 3 books what I bought last Saturday. The book has name Epigenetic Revolution: How Modern Biology is Rewriting Our Understanding of Genetics, Disease, and Inheritance. Yeah, and if you compare this previous book, this contains like more big, more illustration, more diagrams to explain some topics what covered in the book. Book it's a more smaller format, and I think it's more well like divided by chapters, and it's more comfortable for read. I'm not sure it's some kind of like to very revolutionary, just like to modern knowledge, genetic present in some specific and like to very comfortable way for regular reading. Yeah, it's for me. It's I think not a lot of like interesting. Also, not a lot of like new because I study biology in university, but it will be interesting to read this book. Okay, it's just like 3 books what I bought, and I have the one additional plans. I found the same second-hand shop. It's not very far from me, around like 4 subway station for me, and I'm planning to visit it to check what is how it's look like book section in the second hand. Yeah, maybe it's more bigger, and because in current store this section is just like to one shelf. They contain English book. Okay, we have like 2 raised hands, and we're ready to talk. Hey, hello. I'm fine. What about you? Okay. Yeah, it's main topic, but we can talk about another topic if you want. We can talk about any another topics if you want, but yeah, books is like the primary topic. Can you share what book are you reading in current moment, or maybe what book are you read before?
Do you mean which book I do read or you?
No, what book do you read? Do you read it? Oh, sorry. What book are you reading in current moment?
Okay, I do care about the books that talk about developing the business mindset. That's my favorite. But I read books in general. Like I only like read the books that I feel there is a kind of connection between me and that book. I choose books under that connection. But my favorite type is books that talking about the business and how to progress the mindset of business.
Okay, in other words, you focus it on like to, especially for business, or maybe about self-development, like to improve
Yes,
your
self-development.
skills. Can you like to mention one of the book what like to was like to very interesting in this area for you?
Yes, I have read a lot of beautiful books, very useful and very recommended. Like the famous one, all people they know it, I think, is The Rich Dad and the Poor Dad. That one is perfect.
Yeah, I heard a lot of time about this book, and yeah, very often people mention here, but I not read before.
Very recommended.
Okay, I think I should be read this book to be able to talk about it in next time.
If you are interested to build like a business mindset, you have to read it. It's very useful and very Like it's a book of gold, if I can say.
Okay, I see, but to be honest, I almost 40 now. In other words, it's maybe half of the year, or sorry, half of my life is is past, and I'm not sure I'm ready to build something for in business perspective. I want to just I don't know, get the result.
Then in this case, you have to learn about the books that they talk about how to overcome the limitation. You are not limited by age, by anything. You have to discover your inner power.
Yeah, I see. I agree with you in this point. I just like to maybe mention, maybe build the business itself, like to some company. It's maybe not so interesting now, because I think it's very it's very suitable when for younger ages, when you try to build something, try to build your business and let a company or something like this. Yeah, but now I think it's for me it's maybe some more interesting another aspect. It's more focused, I don't know, more my hobby or something like this, because build the business, it's very hard work. You should be do a lot of stuff, make a lot of mistakes to find the right way. But yeah.
Okay, let me explain something. I would like to elaborate that those books are not like to create a business, is how to build your mind that enable you to rise your inputs. You understand? You get me?
Yeah, I understand
Yes.
this point.
Like from a financial level, to another one, more like to raise to another one.
Yeah, I see your point. It's one additional moment in point to read this book, to be
yes,
able
there is another one. It's also a good one for people like who wants to make some money.
Okay.
Like to gather money. If they don't want to invest in them, but they want to collect money, but they don't know how to collect that money, like to manage your budget or your money. Which that book is called The Richest Person in Babel.
Okay, richest person in Babel. Okay, I try to find some
richest man in Babel, something like that. It's also recommended. It's very useful, important book.
Okay, I think
there is another one which is like more deeper, in which it shows how to not just to collect money, to create money, to attract money, to get money easily without any effort, to get money with effort. This book called The Mindset of the Millionaire.
okay, mindset. Thank for sharing this. I try to find just name related some information about this.
The writer, I think, is called something Eker, T. Eker. Harv T. Eker, I think.
If you're not problem, can you type here in chat, because it's more simple.
The name of the writer or the name of the book?
a writer or book. Okay.
The book is called The Mindset
Okay.
of a Millionaire.
Yeah, because I think a lot of books with the same name are present in internet. It's complicated to find the right one.
Called I think half.
Okay. I have another
Seeker.
question related to this topic. Because all this book is just focused on change your mind or mindset. Can you just show like one example what like to change in your like to behavior or in your habits after reading, when you like to change something or to improve itself? Do you have some kind of examples?
Yes, one of the most important examples is if you want to make your money grow, you have to give from them. Forgiveness is one of the very powerful tools to get things back, because they consider in these books, they consider money as an energy. And if you want more of that energy, you need just to provide it. Like there is a law in life called the law of action is in the physical quantum equal the reaction. But when you give an action, it comes back a reaction. That reaction is gonna be the same intense, like the same force, but the reverse direction. If you give an action for life, I give some money to someone, like £5 or something like that. The power is like you are giving that to life, to the creator, to the source, or something like that. And then the reaction is that money comes back to you, but multiplied, like more, like 5 in 5 times or something like that, with ways, unexpected ways. You get me?
Yeah. I heard a lot of about this idea, and I think it's some very common idea in many like to cultures present, like to some kind of I don't know, sentences. If you want to people like to have relationship with you should be like to behave with these people as you want. And in all another expression, in other words, you not only give some, you should be in like to take back some money, some energy, some like to I don't know, some like to warm words. When you like to speak like to some positive moment to another people, they will be back and to you in some another indirect way. I totally agree with you and in this idea. It's very good one, like to it's very good and very like a pretty idea, because we're not like to close system, we're not just collect all things, we should be like to and translate
Yes.
and bring back some energy, some thoughts. Cool.
What is your flag belong to?
My flag it's Belarus. I'm from
Sorry?
Belarus. Belarus. Okay, I just I type name of my country here in chat. Belarus.
Belarus. Belarus. Belarus.
Okay, I have one additional strange question. It's not like related to you, like to your favorite like genre, but because you're from Algeria, can you like recommend one like to author from your country what show how people live in your country, or maybe you have some suggestion book about your country?
Sorry, would you repeat again?
Yeah, can you suggest like one book about your country or author from your country?
There are many, but I don't know. Some of them they write on in French, and others they write in Arabic. There are like Mulud Faraun, but to be honest, for me, it's not my favorite. He's writing books and stories about miserable and poverty and stuff like that. He's not my favorite at all. There is another one called Ya Rabbi. What I just forget her name, and she's very famous. Even their books and stories are made like serials. نسيت اسمها. I don't remember her name. There are many, but don't know. They are not like, for me, in my point of view, like they are not very very strong, or their books are not my favorite. To do not be unjust, maybe they are preferred for some people, but not for me.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see your point. Oh, okay. Thank for the suggestion. Yeah, I think my time is end for today. Yeah, I'm planning to leave. Thank for your time and thank for nice conversation.
Thank you so much.
I try to be here later every day. If you want to talk again, just follow me and join to conversation next time when I start the voice room.
Inshallah.
Yeah, you too.
I would love.
Okay, thanks for this. Okay, see you next time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, I think it's time for wrap up for today. Yeah, I think it was like interesting talk. Just slightly, I don't know, very unpredictable. I just talk part of my time by my alone, and after we have talked with this person from Algeria, it's and mentioned about like to rich dad, poor dad. Yeah, I think it's a book it's very often like to mention here in this voice room ads. Maybe it's a good point to read this book and just, I don't know, to be confident and have like the point to talk with people when they mention this book. Yeah, I will add this book to my reading list and prepare for next time. Okay, and just like a small remark, if you watch this session later, don't afraid to write the comments and write your feedback, or just write your current reading status. It's interesting to understand what are you reading. And yeah, keep in touch and see you next time here in Bookshelf Babble live session in Hello Talk application. Thanks for your time and see you. Bye.
The pages hear the sound of time, stories weaving words that climb, whispered tales in a cozy nook. Welcome to the magic of every book. Bookshelf Babble, take the stage, turn the chapter, fill the page. Laughter, wisdom, stories to spare. A podcast world where books are everywhere. From paperbacks to leather spines, mysteries, thrillers, and classic lines. Stories crackle, voices ring. Dive on in, it's a podcast thing. Adventures wait